Welcome back to Extreme Homes. We're about to see the inside of Diane Pecor's pyramid in the Arizona desert. And just as its Egyptian counterparts are filled with the personal treasures of the pharaohs, this monumental house is filled with hers. But I think you'll be surprised at what you see. For starters, forget secret passageways and hidden chambers. This is a huge open space, as airy as a cathedral and just as awe-inspiring. The main living area stretches from one end of the pyramid to the other, 40 feet by 40 feet square and some 3 stories high.
I've been in other pyramid homes in the United States, and they usually have closed-in walls. It's usually separate rooms. Here you can see all the way to the top.
You can also see into the kitchen, a generously sized room just a few steps up from the living area. The dining room overlooks the action too from its mezzanine location. And somehow the entire space seems more reminiscent of a Northwoods cabin than it does the inside of an Egyptian burial chamber. Maybe it's the knotty spruce paneling. Or perhaps it's the multitude of stained glass windows, most of which were taken from the Pecor's Wisconsin home.
All the windows that I have in the house are antique windows. They're all stained glass or cut glass windows that were out of old homes in Milwaukee. Plus, there are windows in here that came from a church in Medford, Wisconsin.
Using them here was part of Al's promise to Diane that she would love her new house as much as she had loved the old one. To that end, he also designed the rock wall behind the TV niche and the soapstone wood stove. This, by the way, is her only and quite adequate source of heat in winter. And because Diane missed the sounds of river rapids that she could hear from her Wisconsin cabin, Al built her a little fountain. But though the Pecors filled their new house with antiques and other familiar comforts, they also left plenty of room for antiquities and Egyptian-themed pieces. We are in a pyramid, after all. The pièce de résistance is probably the bar, which the Pecors found at a garage sale.
It's made of teak wood and leather and has camels on each side and camel seats. And it was a good bargain, so we had to have it because of being camels.
And as we said, while there are no secret chambers here, there are some very private little rooms tucked into rectangular additions off of the pyramid. One is Diane's workshop. She makes jewelry from old silverware and sells it at craft fairs. She's named another little space the ice cream parlor, and the prices here are really antique. Another private space is the master bedroom, decorated in an oriental motif. It holds more of the Pecor's treasures, which are truly spread throughout the house.
And then we just collected a lot of things in our travels. For the many years that we were married together, we just saved and stored, and it was just nice to get everything together in one place again.
And at nearly 2,400 square feet of living space and an awful lot of wall space, there should be plenty of room for everything. Some of the choicest spots in the house are upstairs. There's a guest bedroom perched in a loft that's suspended from the peak of the pyramid. Extending into the back of the house is a guest bathroom that would be the envy of any pharaoh. Also on this level is a very practical office and laundry room, a unique combination if ever we saw one. And there's another room up here whose sole purpose is to display more of Diane's antiques. There's also an entrance to the spacious deck up here.
And you can sit out there and look at the lights of the city, the stars coming out at night. It's just beautiful, and you can hear the coyotes crying at night, and you can watch the full moon and the stars coming out. It's beautiful.
Sadly, Al Pecor died just a year after the house was completed, but Diane's not planning on moving anytime soon.
I stayed here because I just love this area. I just love this home, and I'm very proud of it.
And besides, she's not sure who else would want to live here. Well, when we